And let me talk to you about some of the things I've been hearing from Vermonters. And you have to understand, in Vermont, uh, Vermonters just walk up to the grocery store, or coming out of church or whatever, and perfectly happy to express their views. And they're concerned about what the Republicans' Affordable Care Act lawsuit on November 10th would mean for them. Now, do you know how many Americans have obtained insurance through the Affordable Care Act?
I do not.
It's more than 20 million. And do you know how many children under the age of 26 are able to stay on their parents' insurance because of the Affordable Care Act?
I do not.
It's 2.3 million. And do you know how many Americans are covered under the Affordable Care Act's Medicaid expansion?
I do not.
It's a little more than 15 million. And I look at that because I look at the people who called me from Vermont. I think of Alex Johnson. She's a single mother. She's a childhood cancer survivor. She works as a nanny in South Burlington, Vermont. She relies on Medicaid for her doctor's visits, her blood drawings, her other testing. All that done to make sure her leukemia stays in remission. She tells me she stays awake at night worrying about losing Medicaid. Now, if the Republicans are successful in what they're trying to do on November 10th, then Alex and actually 60,600 other Vermonters enrolled in Medicaid expansion are going to be left behind. And contract COVID-19, that's seen as a pre-existing condition. Do you know approximately how many million Americans have tested positive for the coronavirus and survived?
I do not.
That's more than 7,700,000. Those are people now considered to have a existing condition. And one of the most common pre-existing conditions is diabetes. The CDC estimates that 34 million Americans, that's about 1 in 10 Americans, have diabetes. They show that the ACA's Medicaid expansion is the single most important factor for expanding access to affordable insulin. Leslie, a Vermonter diagnosed with late onset type 1 diabetes at the age of 25. For years, she has depended on Medicaid to keep her alive and out of bankruptcy. Now, President Trump recently claimed that he's made insulin as cheap as water. I wish he had told the truth on that. We all know it's not. Leslie now has insurance to pay for insulin. And without this insurance, do you know how much? Because unlike what the president says, insulin is not as cheap as water. Do you have an idea how much Leslie's out-of-pocket expenses for insulin would increase?
No, I do not.
Thank you. And I wouldn't expect you to. There's no reason why you should, but Leslie's costs would more than triple. It'd go up by $11,215 a year. That's in a state where the per capita income is $33,000.